I have bet them the last 10 weeks in a row, and they haven't even covered. They've had like touchdown spreads, and I refuse to not bet it, but they never hit it.
Yeah, I know. I mean, that's valid. But anywho, guess what I just picked up, bro?
Guessing that, John, right there.
Look at this. It's back.
The rollies
Everybody
back.
who knows, they'll get up close. Everybody hit the Shador. Hit the Shador. Oh. We got the fake rolly back. So now this rolly holds value, sentimental. Joe proposed in the rolly. So
it means a lot to me, but does it hold any intrinsic value or monetary value?
Yeah, it holds great value and almost like Great Value Center Marketplace. But I haggled the fuck out of this place, dude. How long has this Rolex been gone? Joe was like, I haven't seen this since you proposed, which was in the summer.
Last time I saw this thing or heard about it, it was legitimately 80 degrees warmer outside. For the real listeners of the podcast, you'll remember this from episode 11, probably.
Yeah. I don't even, who knows what episode it
Joe
was.
Joe gets engaged. That was the last time we talked about it, I think.
But yeah, basically after that, a couple weeks after it broke, fell right off my wrist at work. And then I lost one of the pins. And when I took it in, they were like, you don't have a fake pin? Like, how are we going to get this fake pin? They didn't really notice right away. But long story short, I was like, see if you guys can fix this. I was getting some stuff done on my other watches. So I was like, okay, let me take it in and see what they can do. But it's fake and I got it for free. So I'm not like trying to put a bunch of money into it. And essentially, they call me, which I've told this story. They called me and they said $100. They said, hey, it'll be $100 for us to fix this. Like, we have to order these parts. We have to get a new link. We have to get a new pin, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, no, like, I'm not doing it for 100. I was like, if you guys can get down to 60, we'll make it a deal. Like, I'll do it, but I'm not doing it for 100 on a fake watch. And then they call me. They could basically call me back and they're like, we can't do it. Like, we can't get there, like, whatever. And I'm just like, okay, like, I'll come pick it up. Whatever. So I go in like a month later.
Yeah, but you told them you would go pick it up and then you just left it there for a really long time. You were strong arming them.
I did. I was like,
free storage.
You guys are holding this, huh? You guys are holding this for me. So I did leave it there for a couple months and then I went to go pick it up like a way later. And they just go, like, the owner was there when I go to pick it up and he's just like, why couldn't we fix this for you? Like, how come this didn't get done? Like, how come you didn't get it back? And I'm like, you guys told me it was going to be like $120 to do this. He's like, oh, no, like, I know we can do this cheaper. And I was like, okay, under 50 and you got a deal. Like, under 50 and we're moving, like, you can do it. Like, if you can just promise me that.
You lowballed them from your original?
Yeah, dude. They had my watch for like 6 months, dude. I was like,
yeah, because you left it there.
But it
you
worked.
Bastards have had my watch for half a year.
They were thinking, I knew if I left it there. Also, what am I doing with a broken watch? I'm not taking it another place. Like, it's just broken. So I was like, might as well have them hold on to it over me. Maybe something will happen, which it did. So I go back to pick it up. They're like, why didn't we get it? The guy's like, give me a second look. I go, okay. And he calls me. He goes, $55. And I go, no, can't do it. And he goes, all right, fine. What did I tell you when you were in the store? I go, 45. And he's like, all right, I can do 45. Can you come pick it up? And I was like, yeah, I'll pick it up this week. So Rolly's back. Just in time for the Christmas party, Christmas episode 24.
This guy saved so much money. You know what you call a belt with a watch on it?
What?
A waste of time. Episode 24. We still got it.
Yeah, we're last episode of the preseason.
Last episode of the preseason. We're going to do something unforgettable. You guys will remember our names.
Everyone will remember us.
Something big is going to happen soon.
Indeed. Something big is in 2026. This is Joe brought up kind of before. This is almost exactly when this comes out. It'll be exactly when we talked about. We like confirmed we were going to do a podcast, basically.
Yeah, we had talked about it for a while, mostly on Chris and Joe Day last year. But we were riding over to Chris's parents' house for New Year's Eve last year.
Right.
That's when we decided. First episode of the podcast came out in January, so we're pretty much a year into the business.
Yeah, and I feel like we have improved, bro.
Significantly.
It's been fun too. That's what I told him, is like, that's what matters, is like, it's still fun. As you can tell, like, we're kind of figuring out the setup. We're figuring out the lights. Hopefully it looks better. We're going to probably rip the lights in the dark. Today's a Thirsty Thursday. It's our first Thirsty Thursday. It feels great recording on a day. Like, energy's up, you know. It is kind of hard to like drink 10 a.m. Saturdays.
99% of the time we're hungover and we just woke up like 30 minutes ago. I have to come to Chris's, chug a beer, take a shot, drink 4 more beers, and try and have a coherent conversation. Yeah. This is way better.
Yeah, no, it is nice. And hopefully we can keep it going. Now we got, shout out my girlfriend snatching this light.
Stole it from a construction site.
So
should we incriminate her? Or?
No, she doesn't deserve it. I just get, sometimes it's all about perception, and I think she just found this in the hallway, like she said, just someone throwing it out.
So there was a light, and we have the light now. That's all you guys need to know.
But it's great, and look how good we look on camera.
Yeah, dude.
And even more improvements, like Joe said, you guys will not remember, or you guys will not forget us.
Yeah, my mullet's casting a shadow, dude.
Yeah,
come on.
So with that Christmas special, we got Christmas beers. The guy said these were going out of stock. Look at this, Christmas ale. Boom.
He said that this was apparently the only Christmas beer, which he had not sold out of yet, which to me was kind of alarming. Yeah. Chris thought it was a good sign.
Yeah. Also, by the way, forgot to mention, I'm here with my Joe, who's about to get twerked on in fantasy.
My Joe. All right. Well, false, and we'll get into that later. I'm here with my friend Chris, who is shining bright with this new light, dude. The contour on the cheekbones, you got a lot of angles.
Yo, some people would say we've been running lately.
Oh, yeah. We're skinny. We're looking gaunt, some might say. Sickly.
The faces are slimming, potentially. Yeah. The boys are wearing Henleys and long-sleeve polos. Like, what's happening?
I know, dude. We're looking distinguished. Hopefully you can't see my white hairs in this bright light with the 4K camera, dude. I might have to start dyeing with this new setup. Dyeing my hair dark brown. Yeah, like Chris said, we're going to be trying these new Christmas edition beers from Bell's.
Michigan company.
Yeah, it said it was very hearty. It said it was good to make a seasonal night even more festive. So we're going to be ranking these beers on Christmas items.
I don't know. Like, we kind of just went over some Christmas items. Let me read the back. I kind of like what the back said before.
Ooh. It smells...
They're by the Two Hearted.
It smells kind of sweet.
I knew you weren't going to love them, but I was like, Christmas time, dude, this is a perfect time. Traditional Scotch ale is rich and malty with notes of caramel and a warm finish, certain to make any occasion festive or at least a bit more bearable. Enjoy with the company of friends and family.
Rich and malty with a hearty finish is what they used to call me back in high school.
Yeah. By the time I bought these, the guy at the liquor store was dapping me up. He was pumped. So
yeah, because nobody wanted them. He was like, thank God I finally got rid of these bad boys. All right. Cheers. Oh, that is a interesting...
Dude, it's like a Guinness.
Yeah, that's... yeah, it definitely does taste like
Wait a minute. Kind of nice.
The aftertaste is kind of hitting now.
This is like you only drink this Christmas time.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to go with like a reindeer's hoof.
Is
that a Christmas item?
Yeah, that is a Christmas item. That's a good one, too. It's got that little kick.
Oh, yeah, it's got a kick.
A little brown kick to it. So
it's prancing on my taste buds.
Yeah, it's dancing to the sides, which I'm gonna for that reason give it Dancer, the reindeer dancer.
All right. Know?
Or is it Dancing and Vixen,
Prancer and Rudolph?
One of them.
They all suck, dude. Fake ass deers. Never happened. Yeah, like that would happen. You're telling me flying deers.
But it has been chilly this week. It has been really feeling like Christmas. I will say this is almost the perfect beer to drink on the last episode of the year, the Christmas episode. We drink Christmas beer, Christmas ale, and we partake in stories about cold weather and people living out in the cold weather. So that's what we're getting into.
Which, who lives outside in cold weather? There's only one faction of people who spend most of their time outside in cold weather. It's the outdoor boys and homeless people, which pretty much one and the same, honestly.
That is valid.
Both live in tents, eat interesting meals, probably smell.
Valid.
Don't see their families much. There's a lot of similarities here.
Dude. The cold makes you remember that you're a human again. You like live the same life every day in the summer, and then in the winter, obviously you do cool stuff too, but like during the week. And then in the winter, you're like, oh my God, I have to wait for my car to defrost in the morning. I have to I don't even know. When I get in, it's like 5 minutes before it's even warm in my car. I'm just shaking and freezing cold.
I don't now. Every car is remote start, but don't have to hit that anymore. But I do have fond memories of the days when you would be running late to school and barely start your car, and you just had that tiny circle right in the middle of your windshield, and that's how you'd
Oh,
be
dude.
driving the entire way to school. That's the only way you could see out of your vehicle.
That is how I get to work every day.
Dude, come on, you're too old for that, bro. Go out there and start your car.
My car is 2011, bro. I'm literally like, everyone's got automatic start. I ain't got that, bro.
That fair, but also your car is about 20 feet from us right now. I could get there in less than 30 steps.
True, but I'm gonna put on a jacket and pants before I shower, go out there.
You're old enough to do
Which
that.
we were kind of talking about, like we kind of wanted to start. This is probably a 2026 thing. Morning routine, enhancing the morning routine.
Yeah.
Could start by just starting the car.
Another funny winter car story. One time, my mom, she picked up me and George, and she was driving us back from CMU, going back home. I was passed out, probably hungover or something, sitting in the back seat, and I didn't realize this. I slept through it, but she was in her old, I think her old van or something, so like a big car on the expressway. It hit an ice patch, and it just starts 360ing around on the expressway, and they're both like, ah, like freaking out. And I wake up and the whole thing's over, and I just sit up and I go, "Can I have a sip of Mountain?"
Wake up. You didn't wake up before that?
No, I woke up when we were at a stop finally, and I just go, "Can I have a sip of Mountain Dew?" She's like, "Joe, shut the fuck up. We just almost died."
That's so funny.
I'm a heavy sleeper, bro.
That is crazy that you didn't wake up. They're probably screaming.
Oh yeah, they were clear. Well,
Oh,
that's
my
what
God.
woke me up. Rude asses. I was trying to get some sleep.
That's funny. So it's
Homeless.
been chilly out there. Man, Detroit is like we went to Houston. Houston probably had the craziest homeless people. Or no, not the craziest, the nicest.
Nice.
They just mind their own business. They don't even ask you for anything. You can walk by them. You turn around corner, you see 50 of them, but you're also like nice people.
Yeah. To me, Detroit's a crapshoot. Some are good, some are bad. Grand Rapids have the most confrontational and aggressive ones to me.
Mm-hmm.
I heard that I think it was during COVID, they bust all the homeless from Detroit to Grand Rapids because they didn't want the streets of Detroit to have them.
Yeah, the Grand Rapids ones are crazy. I've heard crazy stories about them. I heard crazy stories about like what, LA, Florida, like Miami and LA.
I'm sure. Like any super populated area is obviously going to have them.
Right. And we'll kind of get into that. Like, where are you going? You kind of get to go anywhere.
I'd rather have a fent bent homeless than a crack homeless, though.
Fent bent homeless. I don't know. I feel like you just die after 3 of those. Crack, you're alive for like however long you want to be alive for.
I don't know. We'll get into the reels later, but I've like seen a bunch of videos of people filming homeless people, and the guy will be like, "Yep, that lady has her jacket over her head. She's smoking fentanyl right now." He'll pull up to another one of a guy like in a wheelchair, and he's like, "That guy had legs 2 months ago. He doesn't have legs anymore. They fell off because of crack."
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah. I used to watch this one Instagram account that was like,
It's just such a crazy intro to the
I used
Christmas
to watch,
episode.
I used to watch one Instagram account, and it was this guy that had a drone, and he would just follow homeless people around with a drone, and they would like start throwing rocks and like their McDonald's cups at it and whatnot.
Well, they've never seen technology like that. That's so messed up.
Right?
It's basically like contacting an uncontacted tribe.
Yeah, it kind of is.
If you can afford a drone, dude, get the guy a burger or something, man. Don't
Well,
just
that's what I was
flex
saying.
on him.
You might as well like drop something off to him while you're there. But
Yeah, dude, drop it off with the drone.
yeah. Bro, they're playing the Steelers recap right now.
Oh yeah, good dub. Steel City, come
yeah.
on.
Which we'll be talking some ball. Me and Joe play each other this week in fantasy.
Yeah, we'll
Sorry
be
to-
talking
sorry
about
to-
the fantasy
Sorry to
matchup.
go back. I got to get back to what we were talking about.
We're all over the place.
What-
But first things first, Chris has been wanting to talk about this for a while, but what have the Detroit homeless been doing lately
Yeah.
that has piqued your attention?
So I work downtown. So first of all, like sometimes I go home, walk in the parking garage, and there's a guy sleeping under the stairs. Sometimes, every once in a while.
Only when he's tired.
Also, when I get to work
The
in
rest
the
of the time
morning,
he's awake under the stairs.
when I get to work in the morning, sometimes there's just crazy stuff in the stairway. There's like condoms and chips, and this week there's a pack, like a 12 pack of ramen.
That's a fun time, brother.
And there's always lighters and cigs and whatever. But anyways, what has impressed me the most is how they like work together and like are almost working for one company is what it seems to be like. So here's what's happening right on the street that I work on. I drive by it every day. They have like 10 of them that sit at the bus stop because the bus stop's a little shelter, you know, and they like put cardboard boxes there. Lots of empty trash in there too. But they got like 10 of them in there, and they just rotate the streets, and they all like one of them will like put in a shift for an hour, the other one will put in a shift for like an hour or two, and they'll just rotate shifts. And then they
Doing
just
what?
like jumping in the street and being like, "Hey, can you give me $1?"
Okay.
To the cars. You know, they like rotate everybody, so it's like everyone's works in a shift, and then when they're not, they're just like doing drugs in the.
That's actually pretty smart though, because you increase your buying power if you come together as a collective. One
Yeah.
homeless person with $5 is worth less than 10 homeless people with 50, right?
Yeah,
Because you can buy more crack, you could buy a 12-pack of ramen, all that stuff.
yeah,
Collective buying power means that you can afford to buy more stuff.
yeah. It's also been impressive that they just jump in front of the cars, like they're
Probably not worried about much if you're living on the streets
like
of Detroit.
well, it's funny too because they'll do it right in front of the hospital too. So it's literally like if they get hit, it's a 1 minute carry to go in the hospital.
And at that point, if they give you treatment and try to collect on their bills, where are they even going to send the bill? Free healthcare. They figured out universal healthcare.
They did, but yeah, I don't know. And then one time I was driving home, and this one that I don't really see repeat. You do kind of see some repeaters, but this one guy, it was like while the Lions were playing, and I had the Lions on my phone, and I was sitting in traffic, and this one was like He was kind of like he wasn't tapping my window, but he was like kind of like looking into my car, and like
That's
I could
almost
tell
scary.
he was kind of tapping. I like looked back, and I was like, "Nah, bro." And he was kind of like, "Wait." And then I like rolled down the window a little bit. I was like, "What's up?" And he's like, "What's the score, man?" And I was like, "Oh, you want to watch this while I'm sitting in traffic?" So I just put it up on my window and then held it in my hand, and I was like, "Yeah, we can watch for a little bit." So we watched for like 3 minutes, 2 minutes, and
It's
then
a
I went
wholesome
out.
moment until he just punches you in the face, takes your phone, and runs away.
No, it was wholesome, and he was like, "Oh hell yeah, Gibbs is a dog, bro." He still knows.
All right, well, if he knows
he's
Gibbs,
still
come
new
on,
ball,
man.
bro.
That guy.
He still knew ball. You even if you were homeless, you would know Gibbs. That's how popular he is, bro. But there's that going on.
The candy.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, I don't know if these kids are homeless or like what's happening, but a lot of times,
Grifters.
like I'll be at a decently nice dinner in Detroit, and then like 2 or 3 kids run inside, and they're like, "Anyone want to buy candy for my football team, for my soccer team, for my team?" And I'm like, "What is happening?" And then like every time I walk around the streets, 2 things happen. Kids come ask me to buy candy off of them, and homeless people come up to me for cigarettes. Once I started smoking cigarettes, I became a celebrity in Detroit.
Yeah.
I literally get off and I like will open the pack and like put one in, like just light it, and someone will be like, "Hey, bro, can I get one?" I'm like, "I'm out."
Are you?
No. Dude.
Oh, come on, dude.
No, I'm not giving away these things,
dude. You have like 20. Come on.
No, dude. No, I do like the homeless people though that are like advertising with signs and they're like just trying to buy weed. Or like,
no, that pisses me off. That's the last person I would give my money to.
I want to give my money to them, but I respect them for being honest.
No, they're losers for sure. But speaking of selling candy, did you ever used to have to do that for football? We used to have to sell
we
the
did
coupon
cookie dough.
books.
We did cookie dough. Oh, and we did the
like
coupon books.
Local businesses
Yeah.
and all that. I remember I'd be pulling up to these people's houses like 4'5" and 70 pounds, and I'm like, "Hey, will you support my football dreams? Like, get the fuck out of here!" And
Yeah.
I'd straight away like,
Yes, bro. Everybody was always like,
"You don't want $5 off at Billa's dipping in?" And
no, dude. All the sales got done from your mom being like, "I'm going to take it to work and just
Yeah.
force these people to buy this stuff."
yeah, just going to the family and being
Which
like,
I
"You guys
just
don't
got-
buy these, you hate us."
I just got one of those today. It was tax in the big money fantasy league I'm in, and it was like, "Yo, my daughter's dance class is doing a Lions Square fundraiser." And one of the people responded, and they're like, "If this doesn't go 100% to the dancers, I'm done. I'm not doing it." But I'm like, I forgot all about that shit. We'll have to relive that eventually.
Yeah, true.
Remember those pizza kits? Pat used to sell the pizza kits. I used to do cookie dough. We used to do
That seems like
cookie
an
dough.
easy sell. That seems like something that a decent enough amount of people would want.
Yeah. You know what I also did in elementary school? We did this thing called the fun run. And
Oh yeah,
you would do that too, and you
Yeah,
get people
and
to
you get, like,
donate
the
per
little-
lap.
yeah, and you get like the little feet for every lap you
Yeah.
commit, and then you'd have a necklace with a bunch of little plastic feet.
You did that too?
Yeah, 100%. I think every school does that.
I thought that was like only my school.
I mean, I didn't make it far. I probably did like 3/4 of a lap. But
No, dude, you did it for like a half hour. And they're
dude,
like,
that's
"Oh,
back
yeah,
when I was barely squeezing into a husky pair of pants. I was not getting far on those.
I don't think I was getting far either, but I was also like, basically like, hey, bro, you're gonna pay me $20 if I finish 3 laps, or like, you know what I mean? I was
Yeah.
like, and you were basically running like, I don't know,
It
less
really
than a
probably was like
quarter of a
400
mile.
feet. Like,
Yeah, it
I
was,
mean,
it was
it was
so
like not
short.
far.
So funny though. And then okay, so with that being said, to go back to the homeless a little bit, how would you be homeless? Like, what would you do?
First things first, I would become really good at football and I would try to get close with Sandra Bullock. I would be Michael Orr. Now, I don't know. I feel like you always heard. Did you ever hear this where it was like, oh, if you ever become homeless, first thing you should do is get a gym membership to a 24-hour gym.
Yeah,
Because
I
that
have
way,
heard that, dude.
it's
I
like,
always said if you're homeless, you could just live. I mean, obviously it's like $100 a month, but you go to Lifetime, you could get everything.
yeah, and it's like it's 24 hours. It's like $30 a month. You have
Right.
a place to shower. You have a place to chill. It's heated. You can spend a lot of time in there.
Right.
I feel like they would probably catch on and probably not let you hang out there all the time though.
Yeah, loitering. You'd be loitering around there.
Yeah, honestly, dude, if I just recently became homeless, you know how people do all that shit where it's like, I'm gonna turn what
Well,
is it?
but
Like
let's say
one
you have
paper.
$0, so you start from 0.
So hear me out.
Paperclip
To a house. So it's actually a good idea.
That's what
Film
like
it, 'cause we would
middle
sell
class people do when they become homeless.
right. Dude, literally, we're privileged, but we would still have our phones, right?
Yeah.
So
Well,
I would take my phone.
you would have no like phone service.
Why
You
not
would have
service?
you would have no like you wouldn't be you defaulted on your bill.
Well, my bill's only $30. I could grift for $30.
Well, that's okay.
Well, do I still
so-
have family and friends, or is this like an isolated? Like
no,
I'm
dude,
on my
you're
own?
homeless in another state. No one's helping you other than people on the street. You have $0 to your name. You're homeless.
Okay. I would still go on the street and I would fashion together some sort of a sign. I would very intelligently tell people my plan. And I would tell them, hey, just need $30 just to get my phone bill paid. And then I have a plan. I'm not asking for much. $2 from 15 people. That's all I need. Pay my phone bill. I have a working phone. Then I just need $1 more to buy a paperclip. I buy the paperclip, and then I'm filming this whole thing, and I'm telling everyone I'm gonna go viral. I'll shout you out on this. I'm
You
gonna
probably
do
steal
a
a
paperclip
paperclip.
to a house. I could steal a paperclip. Go up to a business, just be like,
Yeah.
one paperclip.
Yeah.
So then I'm filming everyone, and I could just lie and tell people like, hey, I'm a viral YouTuber. Like, what will you give me for this? It doesn't have to be much, and just deal and shake until I could realistically probably get something, even if it's like $1,000. If I can work
Yeah.
my way up to something worth $1,000, just sell that, and then I'm out the hood. That's actually
Well,
a
what
good
do you-
fucking idea.
So you think you would just go trading? What would you trade? I feel like the first trades are the hardest.
Yeah, it is. But
Also,
like,
you got to remember you're homeless. So you're going to be walking in these places like cold as fuck, like shivering. You're going to be like, oh, I like, can you please give me, I'm trying to trade a paperclip. Can you please give me a jacket?
secondary idea. Fun Run just gave me an idea. We've both been running a lot. I am very confident right now I could run probably, if I really had to do it life or death, I could probably run 8 miles without stopping right now. I would go downtown to Detroit. I would make a sign. I would get a huge crowd going, and I would say $10 a mile. See how many, dude, if I could get like 50 people to pledge $10 a mile and I run 8 miles, that's all it would take. And I'm confident that I could do that with my training.
Who's paying you $10 to run a mile though?
Dude, that's something that would go viral right now. All it takes is for one.
Yeah, but
you
no
know
one's
that also,
going to stay there for an hour and watch you run 8 miles.
I think people would. The thing about how, okay, so you know that Australian influencer that found that guy in like Howell or whatever that was working at that Meyer and he lost
The
his
Golden
pension?
Voice?
Is that what, I don't know what it was called.
That's a
But he
great
found
homeless
this old
story.
guy that was working at Meyer and he lost his pension and he was struggling. And this Australian influencer raised like $2 million for him. It was a huge story.
I have not heard that.
So anyways, I just need to find one influencer, and there's a ton of them. And I guarantee this would gain attraction. I would make a sign with a date on it with like 5 days from now. And I would be like, let everyone know, feel free to come film. I'm just asking for any monetary pledge. I will be running 8 miles straight. Everyone can come watch this. I'm a homeless guy.
Nobody cares about you running 8 miles, bro.
I think it would go viral. I
Literally
think it would go viral.
Nobody cares. But you wouldn't be looking homeless. You're saying you're going to get the phone in like a day or two. You're going to be wearing the fit that you're
Phone's
in.
out of the picture now.
Well, no, you have to record it. I thought that was the
Other
whole plan.
people would record it, and other people would be like, yo, donate money to this homeless guy. He's going to run 8 miles to get out the streets. All right, that's my
How
plan,
are
dude. If you got such
I
a good
don't
idea,
understand how you're building up running 8 miles. Like people think marathons are stupid. People don't even watch people that run marathons.
yeah, but I'm a 5'8", 190-pound homeless guy. They're gonna be intrigued, see if this guy can get the job done.
I guess. I don't think you make more than $200 doing
Yeah, $200 isn't chump change. I can go live at the Red Roof Inn for a couple weeks.
that.
All right, High Shot, what's your plan?
Yeah.
That was a good plan.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. There's holes in your plan, bro. There's holes in your plan.
Well, conceptually, I think it's a good idea.
You just
whether or
go
not
get
it
a
works.
job. You just go get a job. That's the plan.
That's easy to say, but who's going to hire you without any mode of transportation and when you look and smell like shit? And
The gas station. The
most of those guys, yeah.
the liquor store, like go, literally.
Is that even enough to get a place though, dude? Working part-time, making minimum wage?
Well, no. So you do that, right? You pay the phone bill, like you're saying. I have a good story too. Mine's just a little different. I just think that like 8 miles isn't enough. Like I like your plan, get a little good. I was thinking like I want to talk to you too. Like where are you staying for shelter for these weeks while you have no place to live?
Box.
Where oh boy, like let me get there. But I have the same plan. We'll talk about the beginning stages in a second. But where, like, okay, here's what I do. I get enough money. I get a job. I rummage up some coins on the streets, whatever I do. Maybe I just run into restaurants and steal the tip jars, whatever I do.
Yeah.
And then I potentially would hop on a bus and go somewhere way cooler. See what happens.
I was considering that if you can scrounge enough money to just beeline on a bus straight down to where it's hot.
Yeah. You go to just the hottest city in the world. Like you go right now, maybe go to Charleston.
Dude, you could probably reverse cross the border, take a bus down to Mexico, and just live like a king.
Yeah, true. We could hop out, swim over to Canada too. Our dollar would be worth way more.
We would die swimming in the ocean. We would just have in the Great Lake in the winter.
Plenty of loonies and toonies. Yeah,
the exchange rate. We'd need like $2 and we could buy a house in Canada.
But basically, I get some coin, right? And then instead of Joe's 8 mile plan, my plan is
don't say 9 miles.
You walk to a destination, and the destination has to be extremely far away. Like if we're in Michigan right now we're in Michigan. I go, hey, tomorrow I start walking to Jacksonville, Florida. Michigan to Florida. It's going to take me 5 years, and I just record the whole thing, and I just become famous along the way.
I think there's way more issues with this idea because where are you going to figure out?
You're homeless no matter what.
You don't
You're
have
going to be homeless along the way.
Yeah, but you could set up like permanent camp if you're staying homeless in one spot. If you're moving constantly like that, you're going to have to constantly find new shelters, constantly find new money for food. And not only that, you're not considering how much energy you're going to expend every day walking that much, which requires more food.
Yeah, but you would be getting donos in the chat.
That's like 1,500 miles.
But people would actually pay you to go from Michigan to even if you didn't go that far. I'm walking from the bottom of Michigan to the top of Michigan.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's almost impossible. You would be a skinny queen, though, if you did that. It actually might be worth it.
Yeah, true. There's a lot of value. Good value for that.
Yeah, good value.
Yeah, I need another beer. But that's pretty much all I have to say.
So we're on the same page. I mean, we're going to do something that immediately makes us viral or famous and try and get other people to just give us money for being cool.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what we're going to do. I mean, I do have other strategies too. Like I think living wise, that's what I think is fascinating too. I think living wise, you really just got to find a good, like somewhere you could sneak into. You got to be inside somehow. You have to find a way inside. I don't know how, but you have to.
We could try and do something with squatters' rights. Maybe find a home that's for sale and just try living there. Live in the attic. I'm not joking, dude. What's the rule with that? You live in a place for like 3 months and it just turns into your place?
Yeah, no, I mean, that would be the ideal situation. I might just try and do that, not being homeless. I might just be a squatter.
Yeah, I mean, fuck. It seems like it's pretty easy and pays off well. Free house.
Yeah, free house, free living.
But, I mean, yeah, if you were trying to find shelter and food and all that stuff, I feel like if you're not just asking strictly for money, people that are well off will buy you useful things.
Yeah, jackets and food and canned
Camp
stuff.
outside of a
And
Dick's.
and you can camp outside a Great Value Center Marketplace. People put food in that. There's a little cabinet outside and it just says like for those in need, and it's just people put stuff in there.
I'm gonna go snag all that.
I
The boy's gonna
watch
be
people,
eating good.
I watch people put stuff in there, and I watch people take stuff every day. I'm like, wow, really?
Do they look needy?
And I've always been like, oh, I could use some mac and cheese. I could use some beans. Like, I always walk by and I look at it. I'm like, oh, I'd love to grab that. Right
You taking beans from the homeless would be so cruel. But yeah, no, camp outside of a Dick's, honestly, and just be like, hey man, just trying to like scrounge together some money for a sleeping bag. I don't got anywhere to stay right now. I feel like you could get enough money.
Yeah, true. You do have to, like, everything has to have a reason. I don't like when homeless people ask me for money and there's like, can I have $1?
What's it gonna go to, pal?
Yeah, tell me
That-
why. Like, remember when we were in Detroit? I don't know if you were with us this time. I think we were at Tin Roof. And I had to pee. The line was way too long, and I went up to the homeless guy. I was like, "Yo, I'll do 10 push-ups." Or no, I didn't do that. But I was like, "I'll give you $10 if you tell me the best place to pee around here." And he was like, "Yes, I got you."
Normally, I just go underneath the bridge.
No, he led us into an alley that had 8 cameras. And we were like peeing, and then I looked around, and like all the boys were pissing, and we look around, and we're like, "Oh,
I think I was there.
this
That's
guy
pretty.
led us to the wrong place." It was like behind a dumpster in an
Yeah.
alley in Detroit. You know
That guy
about
doesn't have to worry about cameras. He's not going to jail.
That's true.
So
No one can recognize his face. Nobody
Yeah.
knows who that guy is. Good bet on the under, bro. It's 0-0, 6 minutes left.
let's go. Good
First.
bet. McLaughlin, 0 points. We'll get into fantasy later, but Chris might be cooked.
No,
I'm
it's
probably
just the
projected
kicker,
to win.
dude. Just a kicker,
I'm
dude.
probably projected.
Honestly, low scoring games great for kickers. They're gonna go kicking.
Potentially, unless it ends in a tie, 0-0.
And they're in the creamsicles, bro. Okay, what's next, dude?
So
What do we
like I
got?
said, I've seen a lot of videos on homeless people and stuff, and we were talking about those videos where people go into restaurants and say, "Can I get 20 cheeseburgers?" And they're like, 20
Do you need another one, by
cheeseburgers?
the way?
No, I'm good for right now. They're like 20 cheeseburgers, and the guy will say, "Oh yeah, I'm
Right.
just gonna go pass them around with the homeless people." But my favorite one is the restaurant's like, "Okay, no worries, this is on us. This is a great deed you're doing." And then the guy immediately just takes it out to his Tesla, and he's
Yeah.
driving like 100 miles per hour, just stuffing his face with cheeseburgers.
Yeah,
But-
I've watched all that guy's videos too. The guy that's like, "Oh, I'm just feeding the homeless." Imagine getting
Take
that's your
advantage.
imagine that's your job though.
Yeah, I mean, he makes good money.
You feed homeless people. You start to get to know them.
Yeah, whenever he gives it to him, he's like dabbing him up. He's like, "Johnny, burger time, John."
He's like, "Yeah, we finessed the people again. We
Yeah.
got free food for y'all
Yeah,
again."
but we're going to talk about 2 different sections of Instagram Reels that I've been seeing a lot of and I fucking love. So the first one we'll be talking about is the First Amendment auditors. If you guys don't know what these people are, I just found out about them like a month ago, and it's a huge.
Yeah,
It's got to be somewhere. It's got to be like tens of thousands of people doing this around the world right now. But their whole premise is they just go out into public spaces, and they're huge proponents that it's legal to film whatever you want in a public space, and that's exactly what they do. They just will film people in parking lots, they'll film police, they'll film whoever they want, just trying to elicit some sort of reaction. And obviously you
Yeah.
don't see the unsuccessful ones, but from the successful ones, it makes me think that they have a very good hit rate on making people pissed off.
they wouldn't do it if they didn't.
Yeah,
I'll say
obviously.
that. I'll say that. And that's just
But-
how.
Dude, the POV is so funny because 99% of the time, the people that are recording don't say anything. So they're just standing there, and your only perspective is this person just holding a camera, and you're seeing what they're seeing. And it's just some 90-year-old dude just walking. He's like, hey, what are you doing? Are you filming me? And the guy doesn't say anything. He's like, what are you doing? Why do you want a video of me? And then the guy just gets more and more
No,
pissed.
don't they always say like, "I know my rights. Like, I know what I'm doing here. I know I can be here." They like defend being there. They're like, "I know I can do this."
They do once it gets like super aggro, but to start, most of the time they're not saying anything, which would make me way more mad. Dude, that would infuriate me.
It is
if somebody
funny.
was just standing there like this and I was like, why are you filming me? And they were just like, I'd be like, dude, I'm gonna kill you. Why are you
Yeah.
doing this?
Yeah, well, they always come out. It's always people like pulling up on a police station or like pulling up on like I don't even know, like a library. And-
There's a good amount of those, which to me is fucking hilarious because cops are already always camered up. You know, that's a requirement now. And the cops still, while they have a camera on them and while they're being filmed, think that they can get away with just arresting this guy and slamming his head into a fucking window for no reason.
It's insane. That's the craziest part about it. And that might be the craziest part about living in America, dude. I'm not gonna lie.
It's like Black Mirror shit, bro.
Dude, every
It's
time
so
I get
weird.
pulled over, which I've been pulled over a couple times, I'm like, oh, I was on my phone. And then by the time the cop is by my window, I'm like, am I gonna get shot? Like, what's gonna happen? Like, it is kind of crazy. It is kind of like they be pulling up aggressive as fuck. No reason. Never had an encounter with a guy that was just like, bro, you were speeding. Please slow
How many
down.
times have you been pulled over?
I got pulled over because I didn't use my turn signal once, and I got pulled over because I was on my phone.
Using your phone? Yeah.
Yeah.
I never got pulled over.
And he fucking wrote me up for a failure to yield for an emergency vehicle because he was on the shoulder and I was driving on the highway. It was like a turn, so I didn't see him till the end. And then all of a sudden, boom, I'm just like, okay, I can't, there's cars next to me. I can't get over. And then I passed him and I was on the phone. It was like a work call too. I was at work going to a work thing, and then I was on the phone and I was like, oh, he saw me. But he was still like walking back to his car. And then he gets out and he like gets on and he chases after me. And I try to get off. Well, I was getting off anyways for my work thing. I was bringing donuts to a company.
It probably looked like you were trying to get away, though.
I was like literally.
Like you and me were like, oh, fuck, you saw me and beeline to the first exit.
Yeah, no, I did. But I was like, damn, that guy really caught up. He pulled me over off the exit ramp. And then he was like,
you were just driving by like, I'm allowed to film here.
Yeah. Well, the only thing, I think the only reason he pulled me over was because, shout out Mike Evans. He's back. You know, he needs to average 50 yards a quarter to get his 1,000-yard season streak.
No. Oh, a quarter? Yeah, okay, that makes sense. I misunderstood what you said, but I thought it was he needs like 279 yards a game for the remaining games.
Yeah.
I think it's more.
No, it would be 200 basically.
I thought it was more, but either way, that's obviously a ludicrous amount that he's not going to get
distracted too. Sorry to get distracted, but yeah, bro,
I've never had interactions with police, and a general rule of thumb for me is I don't put myself in situations. Granted, you
can't drive though. Bro.
You didn't, but you were technically breaking the law there, so you did put yourself in that situation. That's all I'm going to say there. But if you don't put yourself in those situations, you probably won't have that many bad interactions. It is funny to me though; these guys just go out of their way to make them super aggro, but I guess they're not doing anything wrong. It is mind blowing to me though, just how if I was realistically walking down the street and a person I didn't know was filming me, I would just be like, oh, I'm weird, and just go on about whatever I was going to do. I would never stop and start spazzing and chasing them and trying to beat their ass.
Yeah. This isn't the episode where I tell the story, but you need to remind me that I need to tell a story about when I got pulled over in high school and the cop thought I was drunk driving.
Yeah, and you poured out the Four Locos?
Yeah.
You've talked about this. I think you said it on one of the first episodes.
So stupid, bro. The stupidest thing of all time.
I mean, everybody else was hammered. That seems pretty fair. Most of the time, they're acting pretty realistically, given the situation.
No, dude, I was by myself. It was me and my girlfriend.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were driving home a bunch of drunk people.
No, I was dropping my girlfriend off at a party, and I wasn't even going.
But didn't you have a shit ton of Four Locos?
I had 15.
Yeah, so, I mean, warranted.
Yeah, but it was like...
If I saw a dude driving with 15 Four Locos,
the guy made me get out, do the walk, do the eye test, do the, like, I don't know, he's looking at my mouth. He was, like, calling my mom. My mom was like, yeah, these are mine.
Yeah.
And then he was like, made me pour them all out in some lady's yard. Whack. And then...
Wow.
And then...
You weren't.
And then he drove me home, and then on the way, when I got back, he was like, oh, isn't this the house that got broken into like 2 weeks ago? I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
I love cops. You guys help me so much. He's like, we're going to let you off with a warning here, pal.
We love cops. I don't share Chris's sentiment here, but we've been talking a lot about certified public defenders. Now let's talk about, I guess, a little more fringe private defenders of justice. We're talking about those guys on Instagram.
Those YouTubers, dude.
Instagram, YouTube, they're always 6'3" yoked Eastern European dudes, and they pretend to be a little girl for 3 months to entrap autistic people to come meet up with them. And then once they do, they bring them outside and beat the fuck out of them.
We're talking about To Catch a Predator.
but not the TV show with Chris Hansen. That was a legitimate television production which involved the police. This is just like I said, it's yoked dudes dressed like they're in the
Yeah, they're looking
KGB.
to. They're probably on test and looking for a fight.
Yeah, they're super aggro.
Likely.
Yeah, and dude, so a lot of funny reasons behind this because first off, we'll talk about the guys that make these videos. There's definitely money to be had there, but something's wrong with your mental if you're finding your meaning in life by pretending to be a girl doing crap people and then beating the shit out of them.
Yes.
Which keep in mind, every one of those videos, after they beat the shit out of the guy and the guy's laying there on the ground, they call the cops and the cops come in and are arresting this dude's limp body while the guy's still filming. He's like, yeah, don't do this again or I'll beat your ass. And the cops are like, good job, man. Whatever happened to due process, man?
Weird. Just such a strange industry to be in.
Yeah.
And you choose to do it.
100%. But, and then getting to the other side of it, the To Catch a Predator ones were a little bit better because you would have a conversation with them so you could hear more of their perspective. My favorite To Catch a Predator episode, the guy brought pizza, and then as soon as Chris Hansen starts interrogating him, the dude just starts mowing down pizza. He probably eats like 8 slices while Chris Hansen's trying to talk to him. He's like, oh, you seem very nervous. You must be eating a lot because you're nervous. The guy's like, no, I was just hungry. I was just coming over here to eat. And he's just chugging pizza. But in these new like YouTube and Instagram episodes, when people do this, they like each one, they say like, no, I wasn't here to do this or whatever. And they try to come up with an excuse. But I've seen a few where my favorite is the guy will be like, I was coming here to tell this kid that they should not be meeting up with older people. And I was telling them about how bad it is to be doing this. If it was up to me, the punishment for these pedophiles would be way worse. Those guys are disgusting. He's like trying to buddy with the guys that caught him, like dab him up and be like, aren't those guys disgusting?
Don't they? A lot of them did that on the show too.
Yeah, I'm sure.
A lot of them were
anything
like,
to get out of it.
I'm against this. I was coming here to be a good person and whatever. Dude, they put a battery in here. It's working.
It's rolling. Let me hear it.
Oh, you can hear it. That's the problem.
Yeah, you can hear it ticking. That doesn't glide.
That's the problem.
I really don't TikTok. It just lied.
All my girls do yoga. Okay, so
that'll put a bow in it. But like all of those going together, it's such a weird time where it does feel like Black Mirror to me. Just everybody using their phones to do this weird ass shit, and there's so many videos I've seen of it that it's got to be a large portion of the population doing this, and everybody seems to be so successful doing it, but everyone just ends in a fist fight and somebody getting their ass beat and getting arrested.
Well, so that's where like what they don't show you, what I'm assuming, I just love playing devil's advocate. What they probably don't show you is the times that they literally are like flirting with these men. You know what I mean? Like, show me the text where you're like, oh, baby, come to this Pizza Hut with me. I want to have pizza and give you a hug. You know? Like, show me those texts. Like, I want the weird ones from people. The people are questionable. The topic is questionable. I think we should definitely do another episode where we dive deeper into certain stories.
Do this.
I was thinking the same thing too. I was like, could you imagine?
That'd be my luck though, to catch somebody and then I try being their ass in a Meyer parking lot and they just kick the shit out of me.
shit out of you, yeah.
And then I get beat up by a pervert and lose, and then I get arrested for entrapping or something.
I low-key have thought about that too. Like, why do the people that are doing this, like, they're just low-key, they're like just as involved as the other part.
They're apparently above the law, and I don't understand what gives them this
it's
right.
It's like the old Doug the Bounty Hunter. You're like, how is this guy doing this?
Yeah, well,
like, he's not a cop.
That was legit though. He should be.
Oh,
like
he's
the
a legend. I agree. Like, he should. He's better. He's top tier. He's GOAT. But hey, that's pretty much gonna do it for that. Now we get into the meat and potatoes here.
How are we looking on time?
Yeah, we got like 10 minutes.
About running through it.
Yeah. So
did the game just turn off?
Oh, it's like loading right now.
Right.
It was 0-0. Tampa Bay's on the 1 yard line. They're about to score.
Ooh, yikes! That's not good for me.
Oh my God! There's a connection issue.
But we'll get into the fantasy matchup here. I know nobody cares about your fantasy team, but we'll try and give you guys a rundown. I know a lot of you guys are in fantasy playoffs as well, so we'll give you guys some insight into mine and Chris's perspective on this. We'll give you an idea of our matchup, and then next episode, one of us will be victorious, still be riding in the playoffs.
One of us will be up big. Obviously, me and Joe are like gambling alcoholics, so we're in like multiple leagues, so we got lots going on. But
I was thinking about that. I'm super happy for football to be over just because I'm going to have so much more free time. I always forget how much of a commitment it is for me to manage eight fantasy leagues, watch every single football game, bet on everything. It's just such a time commitment. I don't have the bandwidth to be able to do this.
It really is a time commitment, but it's like, it's worth it, dude. It's what I love. It's like it's what I live for. Like, I love football, and I just love watching every game and being a part of every game. I love like the players. I love fantasy. I love betting on it. I feel like I have an edge because like I grew up a football guy.
Same.
You know what I mean? So it's sort of like,
you know the schemes.
Tampa Bay scored. I don't know who scored on Tampa Bay, but they scored.
It better not be
1 point for McLaughlin.
So this league we're going to be talking about, this is a league with me and Chris and our other college buddies. And
this is the league that's like bragging rights. Like, this is the one that kind of matters within the friend group and like that we talk about.
It's a low buy-in, and the way the league is set up, it's only an 8-man league. The first place gets a bye, and the last place person is the only one that doesn't make the playoffs. This year, unfortunately, it was our good dear friend Jack Knopf.
Pat. Yeah. Which, ironically, and I'm happy for Pat, like, don't want to jinx it, knock on wood.
Don't knock on my head.
I'm up by 70 points after week 1. I'm in a separate league with Pat, and 4 out of 10 teams make the playoffs. And me and Pat are in the top 4. And
I couldn't get my pen out.
We don't play against each other this week, but if we both win this week, we play each other in the championship. And Pat's up by 20 points. He's got a 20-point lead going into this week, and I'm up by 75 points on my guy. And we're going in this week, so like I hope to play Pat, but
can't count your egg bukas before they hatch.
Facts. He just texted me. He literally just texted me and said, "Should I start Egbuka over AJ Brown?" I feel like you got to start AJ Brown.
No.
Pitts.
That's big time. I need the Falcons to mount a freaking comeback right now, dude. I'm cooked in big bet. A little big bet update for you guys. Go check out the Twitter. I fell down like 3 games. And rule number 1 in gambling is don't chase your losses. I chase like a motherfucker. I just started betting like 6 picks every game, trying to make my way back. It's over here. But basically, if I don't win, I would say if I don't win at least 4 out of my 5 bets tonight, Chris will probably take home big bet. My hole will be too big, which I've heard that before. All right, dude, can we get into this freaking matchup? I can't keep stalling like this. Chris is over here lollygagging, trying to get the stream on, chugging beer. Just pull up the fucking teams, dude.
Dude, these Christmas ales got me.
They are going pretty high. I got that warm kind of Christmassy.
Dude, feeling.
I feel like Santa. My cheeks are probably rosy.
I feel like maybe I should have a coffee, dude. I feel like maybe I should.
That's crazy. Should we call off work?
Yeah, we should. Maybe, dude. Thursday.
24-hour podcast?
Thursday, bro. Yeah, let's keep it riding. All right. So basically what we're going to do, we're going to go player by player. We're an 8-man league. I don't know if you refreshed them on that, but 8-man league. So we do have good players.
Regular PPR, no super flex. Standard scoring rules apply.
2 flexes, though.
Yep, 2 flexes. 1 kicker, 1 defense. Pretty standard league.
Right. So
I win the quarterback.
Yeah, you do. It's Matt Stafford, Drake May.
Not too far off, but Drake May is the 2nd overall quarterback, and he's playing the Buffalo Bills defense. Got a lot of Swiss cheese holes in the secondary there.
Yeah.
Matt Stafford's going up against the Lions. I think that's a clear dub for Drake May.
Yeah. And I'm low-key still considering this. I'm not even going to lie to you. I'm still considering this. Stafford plays the Lions. I have Jackson Dart on the bench.
Who do the Giants play?
Washington.
They have a horrible defense, but Jackson Dart is so likely to not finish that game.
That's kind of what I'm
Bobby
thinking
Wagner
too.
Just torpedoes right into his head, and he's done.
But Washington's not playing for anything, and Dart's put up basically like, I don't know, 26, 27. Well, he was 13 last week, but it's New England. 26 against Chicago, 27. I don't think I'll start him, but just saying that's on my bench. First running backs. I'll give you this. A-Chain versus Henry. Derrick Henry. Henry's been shit this year.
He's been mid. But the Ravens are playing the Bengals. That's ups for you. He's probably going to have a good game because of that. But on the flip side, A-Chain's playing against the Steelers. So both of our best running backs are playing against very, very poor run defenses.
Yeah, and A-Chain coming off the rib injury, you don't know.
He'll be fine. I mean, they said it's not even broken. It's going to be tender, but he's so fast. He's not. I don't think he's going to get touched.
Yeah, A-Chain's good, bro. And J.J. Watt's going to be moving slow. He's been in the hospital, so.
TJ, and he's going to be fine. Slight lung condition. Mike Tomlin said he has a lung situation that's being worked on, and that's all I know at this juncture. That's a good sign. I'm going to cry, dude. TJ might be dead. I don't know if he's still alive.
I mean, yes, I have faith in Henry. I mean, I have better running backs too. I have a lot of good running backs, but I'll give you that.
Not a lot of better running backs.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that. You have QB1 and you have RB1.
Good start for Joe. RB2, we'll see how Chris wants to have this conversation because I don't personally like to take too much stock in point projections. I go off how they've actually been performing. RJ Harvey has been having a great season since J.K. Dobbins went out.
Yeah, he has been. I will give that to you.
He's been getting like pretty consistently between like 15 and 20, I feel like.
I mean, as of recently. I would say he started the season very slow.
Since J.K. Dobbins been out.
Yes. But I think that's a low-scoring game. But who he plays and who I have is Josh Jacobs.
They're both playing very good defenses.
That's a guy who's just got a touchdown in every game for how long, dude?
Those are two of some of the best run defenses, though. So you would imagine if both of them are going to be facing
under,
that,
but NFL is going to be over.
Right. So I think both of them will have pretty similar performances. I would say that one's a wash, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Maybe slight edge to Josh Jacobs just because he gets more carries, I guess. But
Right. And it's at Denver.
Yeah, they're playing each other. It's Green Bay versus Denver.
Well, no, I'm saying like.
Oh, they're playing in Denver.
It's going to be.
I don't think that matters too much for a running back.
No, I think honestly that's a good running. I think it's a good running line. Like if it's cold, chilly in Colorado.
Yeah, but isn't it in a dome?
No, Denver's outside.
Is it?
Yeah.
I feel like I've never seen a snow game in Denver. Am I being an idiot?
Yeah.
Damn. All right.
Well, next up,
we'll go off.
Here we go, wide receivers. I just have mine in weird orders. I don't like order mine by top. I just put them wherever they go.
Okay.
So, Zay Flowers, Michael Wilson. Now, here's my slot. Here's the issue, guys. And hopefully, Chad can relate. I got to pick one of these guys. Pick one, and I'm playing against Joe. He's not going to give me good advice. Pick one, Michael Wilson, Justin Jefferson, Ted McMillan, Deebo Samuel.
I think Debo's the odd man out there, but just because he's been playing so bad. Yes. And Mariota's back in.
Yeah, but Deebo plays Giants. I'm not starting Deebo. But it's really, to be honest with you, it's between Tet and Michael Wilson. Marvin Harrison's out. Michael Wilson has been putting out fucking 40-point games.
Who do the Cards play? The Cardinals?
That's the issue, dude. The Cardinals play Houston.
I would love it if you played Michael Wilson.
Yeah, I think I'm going to play Michael Wilson. My plan as of right now.
I'm saying that because I'm playing you, brother, man. I don't think you should play Michael Wilson.
But he's trying to use reverse psychology for me to play like Justin Jefferson.
Who the Panthers playing?
Who's put up 13 points in 3 weeks. The Panthers play, I think, New Orleans.
Bro.
Panthers play New Orleans. I know. I could play Tet.
I don't think – okay, but also the
Jacoby
Vikings,
has been dealing.
The Vikings are
playing floating.
The Vikings are playing the worst defense maybe in the Cowboys, arguably. And 9 looked pretty good last week. I think he's going to have another good game.
He did not look good last week.
What are you talking about? They fucking steamrolled last week, and he had a very good game.
I guess, but he didn't throw to JJ.
Well, fucking maybe JJ shouldn't be a bitch and be better at football.
Okay, next up.
Wait, who's my wide receiver?
Zay Flowers.
Why you just went through like all your receivers? Who are my other ones?
Well, no, I didn't go through the other ones. That was my bench receivers, Doug.
Oh, JJ's on.
I'm trying to figure out who to. I'm trying to figure out who to start. Yeah, it's either Michael Wilson, Justin Jefferson, Tet. I'm trying to figure out who to start. That's what I'm thinking about.
Okay, well, let's go to the next matchup.
Devontae Adams, Devontae Smith. I'll take Devontae Adams.
Devontae
Lions
Adams is
secondary.
definitely better, but I had a tough time. I had a really tough time playing Devontae Smith this week, but they are playing the Raiders, bad defense, and I just with all the narratives around the Eagles offense right now, I have to imagine that against a bad defense, they're going to try and put up as many numbers as possible.
Yeah, but they have not looked good lately.
Bad defense.
Jalen Hurts might not be able to throw the football.
I think he's going to figure it out this week. I'm putting a lot of faith in Devontae Smith this week, but I give it to you, Devontae Adams is better.
See, dude, I might make some changes to my roster. Okay.
It's too late. You're locked in after we record this.
Okay. Jake Ferguson, Travis Kelce.
It's a wash, I would say.
Right, I agree. Jake Ferguson against Minnesota, Kelce against the Chargers. Those are like
both good defenses. I mean,
right.
Both reliable receiving targets against good defenses. I imagine they'll probably both get around their targets.
Yeah, I agree. George Pickens versus Woody Marks.
See, this is a tough one to me. Pickens has been going off. Woody Marks, though.
Yeah, he's getting the share. He's getting the share right now.
I don't think Nick Chubb's playing this week.
Really?
He got knocked out the game last week, and after Nick Chubb went out, Woody Marks got every touch after Nick Chubb went out.
Woody Marks are also questionable, by the way.
He's going to be fine.
Neither of them practiced on yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, he'll be fine, though.
Also, and Chubb missed today.
Yep. He's going to be good, dude. Don't worry about it.
I like Woody Marks. I have Woody Marks in other leagues. I would still take Pickens over that, though. Pickens is having a generational season.
He's having a good season. I think
he's wide receiver 3 this year, dude.
I think they'll put up similar points.
I would not say that.
Slight edge to Pickens.
You have to go Pickens there. And then here's another one. Wan'Dale Robinson, Javonte Williams.
See, that is a very interesting matchup to me. I mean, Wan'Dale Robinson, don't get me wrong, I have no illusions here. He's a reception merchant. He's great for PPR, and he's probably going to get 7 catches for 70 yards and put up 14 points. Perfectly fine with having that in my flex.
Right.
Javonte Williams, has he done very well lately?
Here's his last 4. 14, 17, 12, 10.
He's been doing fine. So I think those two guys.
He's a workhorse.
Yeah. I mean, I think both those guys are probably going to hit around that 14-point range. I think, to me, that one's probably a wash unless Wan'Dale can come away with a tutty.
My concern, to be honest with you, is, and this has been my concern all year, bro, I have to go like 3 Cowboys.
Well, I mean,
the Cowboys have been balling. But then you lose to Detroit. Now you play Minnesota. I think Minnesota's defense is great.
They have a great defense. That is worrisome for you, especially with how strong they are up front. You're playing their running back.
So that's where I am tempted to swap one out, but you can't. I can't go. I don't have another tight end. So I would be playing, let's see who's there. I'd be playing, Goddard's there. I like Goddard against Vegas.
All right, Jimmy Neutron.
Jawan Johnson, Brenton Strange. I might have to pick Brenton Strange up in another league, but either way, I do think Cowboys still have a fighting chance where you're not like giving up on the season yet. With that in mind,
this is like their last hurrah.
Cowboys.
They lose.
Cowboys.
They score.
Wait. Yes.
That's big.
Yes.
Not playing him in our matchup. This is in a different league Chris is excited about, but that is huge for Kirk Cousins passing yards.
Yes.
Which I did bet.
Yeah.
All right. We probably got to get wrapping up here. So
True.
I would say that last one, we're probably pretty even right now. And
valid.
Then we'll go over to
McLaughlin, Boswell.
That's wash.
49ers, Steelers. Which, low-key, I would be sweating more if I were you than me on the defense there.
I would not, because the Steelers, no matter who they played, come with turnovers. The Dolphins.
But you're playing against yourself. You're playing against A-Chain.
That doesn't mean A-Chain has to fumble the ball. Turnovers can come in a bunch of ways. Interceptions.
No, I'm saying if A-Chain puts up 20 points, then your defense is not putting up points.
The Steelers aren't good because they the Steelers defense lets up a lot of yards. They get their defensive points from takeaways and defensive touchdowns. That's why they're ranked like the 4th defense or whatever they are.
Okay. I have 49ers versus Tennessee.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
So,
Although, I will say, Cam Ward did look pretty good. He put up 31 points against the Browns.
he's looked good all year. Everyone's sleeping on him.
Yeah, I mean, he put up 31 points against the Browns, who I would say have a better defense than the 49ers.
Yeah.
It's hard to say. I think that's another pretty even matchup there.
I agree.
But after going through all of these, I just realized I have nothing to worry about. I think I've won pretty much every matchup except for maybe 2, and I think that I have the better team.
That's what somebody that's going to lose would say. So,
yeah, all right, pal.
Happy playoff weekend. Merry Christmas. Happy last episode of the preseason. I know we say this all the time, but to be honest, like, we appreciate you guys. Keep giving us ideas. Keep talking to us. Keep letting us know how you like them. I know people don't normally comment on shit, but we'd appreciate a comment. We'd appreciate you to just tell us we're dog shit. Tell us to quit. Tell us to stop doing this.
Well,
tell us.
Wait, hold on. No, tell us we're good.
Everyone
love us.
Everyone on TikTok goes, they need to make podcast equipment less expensive these days.
People are saying that?
Yeah, not to us, but just in general, like to more podcasters. But what I will say is big things coming. You guys won't forget us. Merry Christmas. We love you so much. We're still going to Toledo soon.
Subscribe. It's up to you guys. Come on.
Exactly.
Been a few years, but I'm still ice cold. Still stacking up this paper. Now my wallet won't fold. Could've bought a little break from all
No
those
funny
tracks
business
that
here
I
today,
sold.
guys.
And I might have on the beat, turn these bars straight to gold.